Hey guys, it's Diego. It's Tuesday, so hey, it's your Tuesday host. So I'm doing this video a little bit early. I'm at work right now. I'm gonna try and post it while I'm at work, but I don't have the best service right here, so I don't know if it's going to post. But I'll just keep trying it. If not, when I get home tonight, it should go through and then hopefully be up by tomorrow morning. I've been having a lot of issues with this lately. Anyway, this week's topic is things not to say to trans people. So, um, I'm basically just, I guess, going to just talk about a few things that I feel like are just kind of generally offensive to say to trans people. Um, for one, I don't like people using the word tranny or referring to trans people as tranny. If there are trans people out there who are, wanting to reclaim the word tranny and such, that's fine. But um, as far as my experience in general, most trans people aren't comfortable with that. I'm not. I know that every once in a while I'll make little jokes and I'll say tranny, but generally only if I'm talking about myself and usually only around like my two closest friends. And that would be about it. Secondly, if someone informs you that they are a trans person, do not start with questions about their genitals. I don't understand why I even have to say that, but it's surprising the number of people who start their conversation after finding out that you are a trans person with such questions. And I personally think that that's extremely offensive. I don't ask anybody else about their genitals. I don't really want to be asked about mine unless I know you very, very well and you really want that kind of understanding. Then, yes, I am comfortable talking to you about that. But there's certain things that need to just be eased into, and some trans guys aren't going to be comfortable saying anything at all about that because they're not comfortable with those parts of their body. And other trans men might be completely open to talking about it. But unless you ask other questions and start to get to know that person, you're not going to know that. And asking somebody that is definitely going to be off-putting and very offensive to those who are very uncomfortable with talking about that, and will make them feel very dysphoric. So that's definitely just rude. Next, do not ask a trans person what their name was before transition. I am keeping my entire name, however, I'm adding a first name, so I will have two middle names. Most trans guys that I know change their name completely. Most trans women that I know personally, at least, have changed their names completely, and there's a slight few who don't change their names at all. However, it's none of your business what the fuck their name was before they started transitioning, and most people aren't gonna tell you. It's none of your business. So I would just suggest not even asking. It usually makes most people very uncomfortable. I know I get uncomfortable with the question, and I'm willing to answer it because I'm keeping my name. So if I'm uncomfortable, then I know someone who changed their name completely is going to be extremely uncomfortable with that question. And remember, the idea here, folks, is not to make the person who's talking to you uncomfortable. They're willing to open up to you that they're trans. It's going to be really hard for them if you ask questions like the ones that I've talked about, because that person felt like, you were someone who was responsible and enough to know, yet you are going to ask really offensive questions. So, it kind of makes that person, second guess and double think whether or not they should have even told you in the first place. Um, let's see. Don't ask about their past. If someone's willing to open up to you about their past, that's on them. Most of us are going to be very uncomfortable with talking about our past as a female. I know I am, and again, it's something that I am willing to talk about if I'm asked in a really respectful manner. but I'm still very uncomfortable with it. Having to refer to myself as a female is weird, but I feel it's like really hard. I even get confused as to what pronouns I should use. If I refer to myself as a male, which is always felt, it seems weird with the stories that I'm talking about, and especially when I know that I was always referred to as female then. So when I'm saying like she and stuff, it's really confusing and it's really uncomfortable, and I just really rather not do it. You know, if I get to know someone enough, then that's something that I'll open up to them about, like in private or in small group settings of people that I either already know or other people that I'm comfortable talking to about it as well. Other than that, I really don't like to be asked about it. And I know the same goes for all the guys that I know personally. Well, I shouldn't say all of them, because I don't know, really. But most of my close friends that are trans definitely don't like being asked about their past. So just don't ask. They'll bring it up if that's something that they're comfortable with.
Let's see. I can't really think of anything else. I'm sure the other guys will touch on a few things. Those are just some of the big things that I just noticed, at least that happened with me personally. I know other things happen to other guys for sure. I have it pretty easy, I think. So yeah, that's about it. I will see you guys next Tuesday.